Wouldn't mind a blockbuster spectacle type game as long as the writing is fun. I suppose. It's a tough one to tackle because it's an IP that I think a lot of people have a lot of expectations for. Like, a lot of people really have a lot of strong feelings about Bond, and it's difficult to meet. And I think when it's the first video game in a while and it appears like it is a prequel, meaning that they're probably trying to set up a franchise, that's just an assumption. I don't know about any of that. Everyone's kind of like, okay, what have you got? So it's a lot to live up to. It's a bit of pressure.
I'm incredibly proud to introduce an extended playthrough of Bond's first mission.
Okay, great. We're just seeing flat gameplay. Love that.
Please
Great.
enjoy it.
Someone must watch the perimeter.
It's very pretty. Also, this looks like gameplay, but I'm not...
Exhilarate.
It must be gameplay, yeah. They've never done cars before, I don't think. So, yeah, this must have been a lot of work for them. God, the internet's gonna be so stupid about this. There's gonna be so much, oh, what about the shadows? I don't give a shit. But I can already see it coming.
Pull up.
They're using the same engine, so it'll probably look
Right.
similar. Hitman designer has so many features a Hitman game
Status.
needs. Totally. They're the perfect studio to do it. I think we saw that in the trailer. I remember thinking his little hand tappies were really cute.
Not exactly the 5-star treatment.
I'm interested. I'm like, what is going on? They got me. Like, totally.
Poor taste, if you ask me, and got what they deserve.
Pardon me? Need to see a man about a bag.
I do think his vibe is good.
Staff and press only.
Kind of young for a Bond. Yeah, he's not actually 007 yet. You can tell it's the Hitman guys behind this. Totally. Which we're all for. That's great. I love those games. I think they're fantastic. Dude, I'm already very interested. Like I said, I'm into this, which I like. The Hitman games are so fun to play with people, to figure it out together. Those puzzles are so fun. Master Spy at work here. Look at him go. The tap. They'll never see it coming. Okay, there's no way nobody saw that. Get rid. So it's going to be covered in pollen. Those are hydrangeas. That is actually my favorite flower. I think, at least. Hydrangeas. Very nice. More like hydrangeas. Yeah, they're beautiful because they change colors depending on what's in the soil, but they require so much water. This is the content you tune in for. I became a big plant guy recently. Improv of these games makes the multi-solution puzzles feel organically your own. Hopefully this game can capture that. It already looks like it has. You know, I imagine we're just seeing one option
Done that since final year.
of many, as is the way. I cannot imagine that they're going to mess that up, right? As a Hitman game?
Ken Banks, penetration tester. I need to have a stern word with your manager.
Good to have you on the team.
Penetration manager. Amazing. I do really love
This guy better be worth it.
the Bondy confidence is really fun. How did that line work? You can get away with a lot with just being confident. One of my friends has been breaking into hotel pools in LA recently, and she basically just says, I forgot my card, could you guys let me up? And then she just goes to a fancy LA pool.
Hopefully I'm the last thing on his mind.
I do like the implied bondiness of you even entering this area. Like him even choosing to be in here feels very like he's not supposed to be. He's just supposed to wait outside. He's like, nah. Yeah, the music's fantastic. I wonder who did it. I do also really like starting with such low stakes. I'm just trying to find a guy who threw a bag. That's all. That's really cute.
Just need a quiet word. Nothing dramatic.
What a great way to cut. That's so funny. Does that work? I really feel like breaking through a car door with your elbow would be extremely difficult. This looks super fun too. I wonder if they'll have like someone famous do the menu music or something. Like, are we gonna have a Bond song in this game? I would. There's no HUD right now either. I wonder if that's just like dev tools or if the game itself is going to look like this. Because this does feel like one of those auto-fail chase sequences that a lot of people hate, but I also feel like it's kind of the right call here. It makes sense that Bond would do this. Frame rate doesn't seem the greatest. Yeah, that could just be the stream though. The frame rate, I agree, is definitely not very good. The motion blur's a little excessive. That may also be, no, you're right. I was gonna say that might also be muddied by the stream, but you're right. But often games let you turn that off, right? And yeah, game's still not out till next year. We'll probably get a release date today. But, you know, there's always going to be some final polish. I do like that this is not just chasing, it's actively about finding shortcuts. I wonder how they communicate that with the player, though. Is she always going to tell you, or is there some kind of UI indicator? Seems like it'd be very easy to mess that up. Someone on the YouTube chat said 007 FPS. Oh no!
I'm with the DGSE.
That's 7 FPS.
James Bond, MI6.
Oh god, harsh. I feel like this feels maybe a little long, but hard to say if we're not playing it. It's very scripted, for sure, and I think that's okay.
Sign of 009. Well, what are we waiting for?
I like his performance. A lot of pressure to play a Bond. I like it. Alright, the combat's everyone's real big question, right? Because the gunplay, hell of a term, in the Hitman games is not their strongest. Virtually everything else around that is strong, but the shooting is not the best, which I don't think I ever really did it. I just always avoided it. So a lot of questions about how this particular thing, which has to be more prevalent in Bond, is going to feel. Stealth is self-explanatory at this point. I hope we get some fun combat. Yeah, I totally agree. The Bond infiltrating stuff is going to be Hitman. They don't really need to change that much. It's fantastic. Yeah, I imagine they've had to like redesign a lot of this from the ground up because it does look quite good. Damn. That's a lot of explosions for one video game. I think this looks really good outside of the obvious performance issues. And I think the motion blur may be a little bit too much. This is a huge improvement from Hitman, for sure. So many explosions. Okay, there were frame rate drops there. There have to be. It's so many. It's so ballsy. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, amazing. Because I guess the creativity of Bond, not that the Hitman games aren't already really creative, but I feel like they probably have to do some like crazy stuff like that because he is very creative. Some like more set piece creativity where Hitman is all freeform, you know what I mean? A lot has happened in this one mission. None of those guys had families.
If I could access the flight controls, let's make some turbulence.
I'm pretty sure that's how planes work, right? They'll have like a... There's just sort of an override system that sits in the cargo hull, right? I'm pretty sure that's how planes work. Oh, he's controlling it from his watch. That's sick. Press X to crash. Damn, this is so action-packed. I mean, that is alone makes it like feel leagues different from Hitman. Making Drake eat your heart out. The music's been really, really, really good. Car Chaser's missing music. You're probably right. Yeah. All this for a bellhop. Great point. All right. I am thematically impressed, technically concerned.
I'm joined by an incredibly
I thought he did a really good job.
including
It's a really tough role.
James as Bond's
I think he did a
mentor,
great job.
Greenway, will guide you through how it all works.
I love the way
The
PlayStation
tools,
does these.
the
Their
gameplay
presentations are
in
so
007
good, so well done.
first line.
You'll want to blend in with the crowd while scouting for tactical
He doesn't
options.
blend in with that jacket at all. Not even a little bit. So have you heard of Blazes? So please, if you happen to be watching and you need anybody to sound bitchy on the phone,
And you are?
you need any more NPCs, let me know. I'd love to do that. That'd be really fun. Just hit me up.
If he doesn't make his way down here in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to leave. Right then.
You know?
Grab your camera,
And whenever you
and I'll
need,
take you
I
past
got you.
security.
That'd be really fun. Being a random NPC in a like Hitman-esque game would be really fun. Dial up the impatience. If he doesn't get here in the next 10 minutes, I'm leaving. Is that too much? I think it might have been too much. Well, we could workshop it in the booth. Was expelled. Sprinkle some Jamaican accent. Oh god.
Relax.
Would be really fun though.
If he doesn't make an appearance in the next 10 minutes, he can watch from down here.
If he doesn't make an appearance in the next 10 minutes, he can watch from down here. Io, you got me. I'm not saying I want to replace her. I'm not trying to take anybody's job. Hit me up. I can just anything. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need an NPC to say? Oh, the hydrangeas are looking lovely this time of year, aren't they? Is he the only man in here not wearing a blazer? What on earth is that coat? I feel like you maybe need some of that. Someone's got to address what the fuck a little speed flap he's got here, you know? Here is an NPC saying the social security number.
Can be a valuable
Still just
source
feels like a
of
Hitman game to me.
information.
Well, I think these parts are going to feel like a Hitman game. Because they should. You know, Hitman is a spy. I would make the case that they shouldn't be different. It's the same thing. They're already so good at spy infiltration that it's the stuff around it that I think needs to be different, which I think they did do. They did do that with that first mission. I like the idea of 50 to 70% Hitman style gameplay and 30% Uncharted. Completely agree. I think that's the right call, actually. I've also never really paid that much attention to the stories in Hitman. Not that because they don't put effort in, there's some really great performances, but I expect that there'll be a lot more of like us getting attached to everybody around Bond in this story. Like, I wonder if, you know how like when you play Perfect Dark, if you immediately zoom out in the menu and you can like walk around the complex? Oh my god, I hope we can do that. Just make it Perfect Dark is what I'm trying to say. Also, of course, the watch opens up so much creativity. That's super different. And yeah, Hitman is realistic, you know what I mean? Like, none of them saw the laser. Listen, I do love that you can talk your way out too. That's not a thing in Hitman. That's awesome. That's really cool. The bluff option is sick. These games can't be realistic. It is really funny to make jokes about, but in order for that, like, oh, nobody saw me, that it's funny to make jokes about. I enjoy doing that, but they can't be or they wouldn't be fun. Like, they do have to be unrealistic.
In melee combat against multiple assailants, you'll need to think fast.
This just looks awful, like motion blur / frame rate wise, but I really do suspect that that's the stream, or hope, I guess. There's no way this game looks like this, surely.
Simon says don't get up.
Sometimes
Simon says don't get up. I think the tone is different too. I don't know. It's working for me. It's different enough. I would take more Hitman, but as it is, to be clear. You don't even need to change it, and I would take more Hitman. But giving me Hitman with some Bond, I don't feel the need to nitpick it.
Requiring either greater ballistic might or tactical improvisation.
It's hard to say without playing it, is always the way. Again, I feel weird about the word. It sounds sexual to me for some reason. I'm liking the gunplay, but also what would that even be in a sexual context? What am I, Stephen King? Only real ones will understand that reference. How does liking gunplay sound sexual? Anything with play on the end. March 27th, there you go. All right, I really would like to see what things look like now that the stream is up. Okay, I really don't like the motion blur, but agreed that that's such a minor nitpick. Again, I'm sure you'll see people on Reddit losing their fucking minds. I really don't like it, but am I gonna not play the game because of it? No. And I would also hope that they'll probably see quite a bit of criticism for it. Dude. Okay, so there were frame rate drops there. That's a lot of particle effect. Like, again, I maintain that even doing that explosion, having the confidence to do that explosion is ballsy as shit. I feel like you wouldn't do it unless you were confident you could pull it off. That's insane. So yeah, I'm sold. Before watching this was not. I wasn't sure like how I would feel about it really at all. I wasn't sold on it yet. Don't even really know why, but I'm trying to think of like concerns that I have. Again, I don't like the motion blur, potentially some frame rate issues. That's all fixable in the amount of time that they have. I think it looks great. I don't know what to say. I like video games, man, you know? I like them.